Good evening, and welcome to the Heikadelic Show. We would like to take this moment to let you know that viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. So sit back, have yourself a nice cool drink or hot drink, and enjoy the show. And welcome once again to the Heikadelic Show.
You better subscribe to Pine Tree Line Outdoors, and here's why. Have a look. It's been an incredible time. Aubrey Falls. Why are we here? What is this abomination behind us? Okay.
Hello.
Hi, George. How the hell are you?
I'm good.
Great. And how are you fans out there doing? I hope everybody's in watching, listening, be a part of the Heikadelic Show tonight.
Yep.
It's another Monday night at 9:30, and we're going to try and get dirty.
Yes, absolutely. Start the week off right on a Monday night.
Always, eh? Got to do it right.
With a Heikadelic experience.
Well, speaking of starting things right,
Yeah.
can you help us?
Yeah, I just read your mind there.
All right. Everybody grab a drink because it's time to toast. To have
So you've got to keep the protocols right. What we on tonight? Dab? Is that a dab?
Yeah, we got a dab happening tonight.
Okay.
The good stuff.
I've got the good old standby.
Oh, I almost had that tonight, but I thought, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Yeah. Didn't feel like a dark or an amber. I'm going for the good old straight lager.
Oh, okay. I usually like to, have a darker one. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think I'm drinking fizzy water when I have like Canadian or any of those. You know what I mean?
Well, because that's what you are drinking. Because Canadian and all those, they're bubbly water. They're tasteless. They're
especially if they're very cold. Yeah.
You have to be super, super cold, and you got to be really super thirsty. And somebody offers you one, and you don't want to be rude. So you say, "Okay, I'll have it."
Yeah, that's different. On a really hot summer's day, if you've been working or sweating in the yard or something like that, that's funny.
Well, when I was young and silly, I used to drink Canadian.
Oh yeah.
And even a couple of buddies and I, we got together around a fire one night, and we drank cans of Canadian, and we built a tower on the picnic table. You start 3 and then 2 and then 1 on the top, and we just kept making it bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. Well, we got to 10 cans across the bottom.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Right?
Yeah,
we did very well. And people started coming from all around, looking at the tower we built, taking pictures and everything. Right?
Yeah, that's a talent. Yeah. That's a rare skill.
Yeah, but now I guess that's when my taste buds were no good, because now I like beer with flavor, with a taste. Yeah, and the other stuff I used to drink just doesn't cut it anymore.
No, I know what you mean. Actually, when I first time I came, actually, we should say hello to all our listeners in Montreal, because Johnny Ringo is going to join us shortly. So I guess we should say hello. Bonsoir, mes amis.
Yes.
Comment ça va?
Yes, all the people at the Montreal radio show. It's funny because I'm always wondering if they're actually watching us on Facebook too, because they actually have a radio station. There's no video, right?
That's right. Indie rock.
So
Indie rock.
Indie rock radio.
Yeah,
Great station. I've listened to it a couple of times, and they got some pretty good. Well, first of all, Mr. Bling there plays some pretty damn good music, and then they have some good shows as well. Some good guests. So I enjoy it. I really do.
Yeah. For anyone that's not listen to it. Try out.
Yeah, for all you Heikadelic fans.
Yeah.
When we're not on, obviously. And you want to listen to some good tunes or some good shows, try out Indie Rock Radio. They're online. Look them up.
Indie Rock.
Great outfit.
IndieRock.ca. Yeah.
IndieRock.ca.
Check out some of the other fabulous quality shows that are on there, other than the Heikadelic show.
Because I was always wondering, how we have the messages coming across the bottom of our screen. I always wanted to get a message from Montreal, in French. Hey, you bastards, type thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess it'll come.
I think so. Well, going back to our beer conversation, maybe anybody would like to join us here and tell us what their favourite tastes in beer are. But I remember, because I used to drink Guinness and things like Newcastle Brown in England. Right. I first came to Toronto in 1980, the summer of 1980. And, for the first thing that struck me was that you had a separate beer store. In England, we didn't have that. If you wanted beer, you'd go to the pub or a bar to drink, in, or they were called off licenses that sold it. You couldn't even buy it in supermarkets
So they didn't sell beer in a grocery store or anything?
Not initially. Yeah, I remember. I think it started in the late 70s. Some stores did, but it wasn't as widespread as it is now. But I remember trying things like when I came here, Molson Golden, all kinds of things, right?
Yep.
And I can't remember what was my favorite one that first time. And I came back in 1983. My father-in-law had been over here for like 2 or 3 months.
Right.
And he said, "You want to try this?" And it was 50s, about 50s.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And so I think that, like, talking about your 10 cans across the bottom, there's a picture of me there, and I think I've got like 5 or 6 empty 2-4s. And I'm there, like, going back to the beer store with them.
Right.
I must dig that out and put it on I might have done actually on the Facebook page. I can't remember. But and then I remember, like, then when I actually moved here, like in '87, I was drinking Molson Export. I found that quite good flavor to it.
And those were standard beers that a lot of people drank back then, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I drank that for a good few years, and then had Amstel Dark and things like that, and gradually went to the Dem. Yeah. Don't you remember when there was Labatt did an X and a Y? They were copper. It came out as copper in the end, but all they had was an X and a Y on the label, and you were supposed to, like, vote for which was better, the X or the Y, and that would be the one they would produce.
Oh, I remember that, but I didn't drink them. I didn't try them.
Oh, I did.
But I remember that.
I'll try anything. Well, it was a scientific experiment. It was like, come on, it's a tasting test.
Which beer is better?
Yeah. Is it X or Y? Which one is it going to be?
Uh-huh.
But
oh, look at that. There's Keisha.
Oh, hi, Keisha.
A tower. Yes, I built a tower out of cans.
All I built was a staff.
I'm proud of her. She built a staff. Now, a staff.
No, just a straight.
Yeah, but there's a method to this. It's something they did is you had to bring cans, and you went to a party, and you would save your empty can.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you finished your second empty can, you would get duct tape, and you would tape them together.
Oh,
so
okay.
You had to drink enough beers to make a staff that was taller than you.
That's going to be about 8 minimum, wouldn't it? More.
No, well, depending if you drink normal cans, tall cans, whatever, right?
Yeah,
so you had to build a staff taller than you. And once you did that, you said, okay, I built a staff. I'm in the staff club. I rock.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. And she did.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Well, in my youth, when I was like in my late teens or mid-teens to late teens, when you just started to drink beer, it just reminded me there about going to parties and things. And We used to have a thing called a Party 7 and a Party 4. And it was literally just a big can of beer, and it either had 4 pints in it or 7 pints in it. And
Really?
yeah. And it was a thing called Wilson's Bitter or Wilson's Mild, and which were popular drinks back then. Those were like mainstays from way, and but there was no, in those days, there's no ring pull on these things. So we had this huge can, massive can of 7 pints of beer in it. Yeah. And the thing, what people did, I did it too. You get together with a couple of pals, and if there's a party going on somewhere, we'd buy, Party 7 between us, I mean, 2 or 3 of us, whatever it was. Yeah. And we go to the party. Now, when you get to the party, we've got this massive can, and the only way to open it is to pierce the top. I mean, there's no pull on it, there's no rings or anything.
So you had to get one of those old-fashioned can openers.
Yeah,
pop a hole in it.
Yeah, you had to like. If you on many occasions, this was what we used to have. It was you had to use a screwdriver because you couldn't, you drive and there's no, So you used to hit this screwdriver into the thing, and make a little hole, and it would shoot up. It would literally hit the ceiling and just leave a stain up there, right? So the number of houses where we went to parties, where like by Monday there's like a stain on the roof, on the ceiling of the living room, wherever the party was. Yeah.
Only in England where you can buy a beer can that does not open.
I know.
Who does that?
I know.
Somebody must have been somebody with a great sense of humor.
I think so.
Because they knew people were going to get wet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got a beer shower. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Yeah. And the only thing was the beer was absolutely awful, but it was cheap, right? So
well, of course.
At that age, you just you'd buy it, rather than spend more money.
The beer would cost more if they had a tab to open it, right?
Probably, yeah. It was literally
just made it as cheap as possible.
Yeah, it was like just this can with nothing on it other than you had to pierce it.
Wow,
so the good old days.
The good old days.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No. Speaking of the good old days, I drank so many different beers because I was adventurous back then as well. So I don't know, have you ever heard of a beer called Grizzly?
Yes, I have heard of Grizzly.
I used to drink Grizzly. Brador.
I think I've tried it. Brador, yeah. That was one of those back in 1980 I was trying.
And that was the strong beer, remember?
Yeah. And they're all in the little stubby bottles back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Extra Stock.
Yes.
I don't know if you ever had Schooner.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, Schooner. There's a name from the past.
Had the sailing ship on it. That was a bad beer.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's because it was strange that you went to the beer store. He had a separate beer store just for beer when I came over.
Yep.
I found that, kind of strange lineup. And you couldn't see them, could you? You just had the empty bottles. You couldn't walk around. It was just a number of shelves with the bottles on it, and you ordered.
Yeah, they had one of each bottle up on the wall, and you chose what you wanted, and they would bring it out to you.
From the back, I found that kind of strange the first time I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny how they separated the beer store and the liquor store.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
One you got your hard liquor and your wine, the other one you got your beer.
Yeah, and then eventually they started bringing beer, and I don't know when it was. Was it in the 90s sometime?
I think so. They started bringing beer in because people didn't want to go to 2 stores. They just wanted to go to one.
Yeah,
which makes sense, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I remember when they weren't open on Sundays. Remember those days? And you had to make sure you had enough for Sunday.
Saturday, you had to make sure you got there before they closed.
Yeah.
So you had beer for Saturday night and Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. That was, I think it was like the late 90s or even early noughties that they actually changed it. Can I tell you a story about that? Because I was doing a gig out in Oakville, west of Toronto. This is the days when beer stores and liquor stores were closed and that you couldn't buy it in the supermarket. And I had some, which I used to drink at the time, a lot of Sleeman's Honey Browns. They were quite, just like those. Anyway, I was off to this gig and I thought I'll just go and get I think I got 6 or 12 on the way, right? So I stopped at a beer store, put them in the van.
Yep.
and went to the gig, did the gig, came back out again to load the gear back into the van, and the van had gone. The van had been stolen right outside the hall.
No.
Yeah. So there I am. I'm stranded at 2:00 in the morning in Oakville with no van and this speakers and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And so I called a friend of mine. I knew he was DJing in Toronto because he was one of my guys. And I said, Trevor, can you come and pick me up? Have you got any room in the van? Because he had, said, on the speakers. I had to wait there because obviously it finished at 1:00. So, I ended up, we had to get the police, get an officer to make a statement and all the rest of it. And then he arrived around 2-ish, maybe a bit later, because there was construction on the Queensway. But so anyway, so he's like, George, are you upset? I went, well, yeah. He said, like your van, and I said, it could be worse. You could have had some equipment in it. I said, no, even worse than that. He said, what? I said, they stole me effing Sleeman's beer.
I had my beer in the van.
And I have no beer for tomorrow. Right. And that was the most upsetting part. I was going to worry about the van on Monday.
That's
but
brutal.
I got it. Yeah. So that was the good. That was the.
Did you ever get the van back?
Yeah, I got it back on the. Well, I didn't get it back on the Monday, but I got a call on the Monday, and it was out, and they'd driven it from Oakville to Milton.
Wow.
And that's where it was. So then,
but there was no beer left in it, right?
No. They made a mess of it as well inside, right? So I got it all cleaned up and all that. But the way that it got through, I couldn't even see. They didn't break any windows or anything. It was like just beneath the lock.
Yeah.
It was like a screwdriver or something where they'd pierced it and opened the door that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And apparently that was I was driving a Chrysler minivan.
Okay.
Apparently that was the easiest way. It was common for that to do that.
Just
yeah.
Steal them.
Very easy to steal apparently, and the ignition as well. So, but I got it back by the Wednesday, I think it was. But I didn't get my beer back, and I was thirsty all day Sunday.
I like your priorities. The first thing you thought about was your beer. You didn't give a shit about the van, but I need my beer.
Well, it's bad enough, worrying about the van, but then sitting there, you can't even drown your sorrows on a Sunday, right?
I know.
I mean, you could go to the pub, but
Well, it's funny because you say that too. I had an experience years ago too. We got invited to a party on Saturday in Oshawa, and this is when I lived in Ajax.
Okay.
So my buddy drove, and he dropped us off at the party, and he was partying, and he got absolutely shit-faced. Like within an hour, he couldn't talk right anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, buddy. And he was the guy who was driving, and he wouldn't let anybody take his keys, but he was done.
Yeah.
And this party was awful. It just sucked. Like there was just a bunch of morons there, and it's like, shit, what am I gonna do now? Like I just want to leave, right?
Yeah.
And my other buddy started getting really drunk too, and he said, just stay, it's okay. And I said, no, I'm freaking leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought a 2-4
right.
of Schooner at the time.
Okay.
And I'd had a couple of beers already, and I'm going, shit, from Oshawa all the way to Ajax, it's gonna take forever. Like I can't take a cab home. I didn't have the money, right? It's too far.
Yeah.
So I put the 2-4 on my shoulder and started walking, right?
Oh, from Oshawa to Ajax?
Yeah, I started walking from Oshawa, and this was like close to downtown. So I was walking along Highway 2.
Yeah.
And I'm walking along, and I go, geez, this freaking case of beer. I'd switch shoulders back. It's getting heavy, right?
That's almost 30 kilometers, isn't it? It's like 25.
Yeah.
30.
So I thought, I'm going to start drinking.
Good idea. Lessen your load.
A bottle in one hand, the case on the other shoulder, and I just kept going. I just kept drinking. Yeah. It took me a couple hours.
I would think so.
I got home. When I got home, I had 3 beers left, so I did quite well.
3 out of 24.
Well, I had a couple at the party before, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you could remember what address you were going to.
3.5 hour walk with a case of beer, and it's funny. I got close to Ajax, and a guy finally stops and asked me if I wanted a ride.
Right. Right.
I go,
That's always the way.
where were you 2 hours ago, buddy? Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know you lived in. Whereabouts in Ajax? That must have been.
Do you know Ajax at all?
I lived in Ajax. Yeah, I lived there for 18 years, but from 1988, about this time, April '88 to 2005, September. So it's like 18. Yeah.
I lived. I don't know if you know the Taylor Road.
Whereabouts is that?
Just off Clements.
Oh yeah, I know Clements. Yeah.
It was a road that came right off Clements.
Oh, it's south of 401.
Yep. South of 401 and
down Westney, and it runs parallel with.
Yeah, it was right on the edge of town, like Pickering Beach Road.
Yeah.
The people across the street from us, their backyards were on Pickering Beach Road.
Oh wow!
So we're just on the edge of town.
So how long did you live in Ajax?
Oh, most of my life.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you were from Oshawa.
No. I raised my kids in Oshawa.
Yeah.
I moved there, bought my first house, had a couple of kids, and then that's it.
Because they have all those prefabs, don't they? Those post-war, pre-war prefabs.
Yes,
in Ajax.
In the north end of town, those are the old homes.
Yeah.
That the people all lived in because it was a munitions town. They built ammunition.
Yeah.
And all the factory workers lived in those little houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
because
that's why just north of 401, you have all those little tiny homes.
Like between Harwood and Westney around there, that kind of.
Yeah. And that was the heart of the town. That's where everybody lived.
That's right. That's what I found out.
Yep. It's very cool.
Yeah. And the cool thing about Ajax, I thought, is it named after because there's a place called
a ship.
It's a ship. I thought it had something to do with the place in Holland called Ajax. Maybe it was like a lot of Dutch people came over and that's where they settled. But it's after the HMS Ajax.
Yes.
And all those streets around there are named after the captain and crew members. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
A lot of history. And the whole south end of town used to be all train tracks. Because that's right. Mm-hmm. And that's what they used. They used rail to bring all the munitions from the factories and ship them out. Right. And I remember we used to hang out there when we were kids. There was these giant, looked like bunkers. Mm-hmm. It was just mounds of dirt, but they were like a long side and two short sides, and they all faced the water. Now, I never looked too deeply into history, but someone told me that's where they used to have the guns to protect the town if ships were coming in, right?
Oh, right,
for wartime. It's pretty wild history.
Wow, it is.
Yeah,
Oshawa's got quite the history as well, haven't it? Like from World War II and that. There's a camp there or something. Was there a prisoner of war camp or something like that in Oshawa?
I'm not sure.
I think there was. I think it's something like. Anyway, don't quote
me. I never got too deep into Oshawa's history. I should have because I lived there, but it was the Schwa.
The Schwa.
We called it the dirty Schwa.
Absolutely. But yeah, Oshawa. Loved Oshawa. Loved working. There's some good bars in there that I worked in back in the noughties.
I used to love going there. I don't know if you were there at the time, but they had a lot of movie theaters downtown. I think
really?
There was 5 of them.
Oh wow.
The Highland, the Regent.
The Highland, yeah. I remember the name for sure. And I don't think I have that.
They had the one old one. It had a balcony inside. I remember you could still smoke in there.
Yeah.
They had great stuff. Oshawa was the place to go. Like when I lived in Ajax, that's where we went. We always went to Oshawa.
Of course. Well, there's nothing in between. You had like Scarborough, didn't you? Pickering.
Yeah, it's either all the way to Toronto or you just go to Oshawa, right?
Yeah. Even Whitby wasn't big in those days, right?
Whitby was nothing. It was just this little puff that was between Oshawa and Ajax. There was nothing there at all.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like when I moved there. Well, we actually knew we were moving there in the November, and our closing date was in the following April. And when I was telling a few people, like, when I moved there, and I was getting to know people, like, you know, people I did business with or wherever, where I got my gear from and things like that. Everyone was, a lot of people would say to me, I remember when your house was just a field and there was cows in it, and now it's a big subdivision, you know.
I know, eh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's if you live in an area for a long period of time, you notice those things, right?
Yeah.
If you're one of those people that moves every couple of years, you never notice much, because as change happens, you go somewhere else, and that's your change.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was, I guess that for people who lived there was a big change. And then us for being there when we were there from 88 to 05, the change then. I mean, they had no GO station. That
Nope.
The ramp at the 401 wasn't even open then. They were still actually building it. You had to go up to Harwood. That was the ramp off into Ajax.
Yep.
And then when the GO moved in, and they started building on the north, and it's like, holy moly.
Yeah.
You know, just
we used to. You had to go to Pickering to get the GO
yes.
train.
Yeah, it didn't come that far at that point when we first, until about like the middle, maybe end of 88, somewhere like that. Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember this, but in Ajax, there was a train crossing on the 401.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Right near Church Street.
Yeah.
And the lights would come on. So there was no gates because it was on the 401. But the lights would come on, and
that was before
the 401 traffic had to stop because the train was coming.
Wow.
Yep.
That's wild. But yeah, it's certainly different now.
Oh, it's so changed.
It's everywhere, and it's moved even further out east, hasn't it? I mean, it's
I'm surprised. I don't go there often, but when I drive through those areas, I kind of look around and I go, "Wow."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't even recognize it. I mean, there's some roads north a bit further, you know, the other way up across Highway 2.
Right.
I've driven up there. I mean, and I'm going back about 10 years now, and I'm thought like, wow, where am I? You know, I used to drive there all the time.
Yeah.
I don't remember, like, you know,
it's all developed now.
And all the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all developed.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you can't really tell the difference between, you know, Pickering, Ajax, Whitby anymore. It's all just solid homes and malls. That's it.
Unbelievable. And the traffic from when we first moved there, unbelievable.
Well, there was no traffic.
Oh, well, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. But it's funny because my son pointed it out to me, because you go, well, it's not like it used to be so busy now. And he goes, well, Dad, you're part of the problem. You know, you are one of those people that's moving from wherever to Ajax. So you're part of the problem. Or, yeah, I guess he's got a point there. And he went to school there. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, actually, because when we first arrived, he was going to school in North Toronto, right? And then when we moved to our house, there was literally a school on that new subdivision, literally about 200 or 300 yards away, that they were going to go to, but it wasn't opening till the September.
Okay.
So they went temporarily to a place called Parkside School, which was on Harwood Avenue.
I know that school.
There you go. And they found, I mean, he would have been at the time 10 years old.
Yeah.
And my youngest son was, and they hated it. They didn't really say too much at the time, but I knew they were unhappy. But they're only there from whenever, April till, you know, June, whenever.
Right.
And then they were going to Roland Michener. And we were talking about this recently. I can't remember how we got on the subject, but he said they found it such a cultural shock because Toronto, the school, they went to 2 different schools there initially over the short time we were staying there, but they found it a real shock because it was just the kids were different. He said it was a small town, right? And they just found it really, and they were like really felt like outsiders, right?
Yeah,
especially with the accent and everything, because we just, you know, they only arrived like 7 or 8 months before.
Right.
And he said one of his teachers, like, because he was a new boy in the class, said to him, like, because I don't know how he got onto music or something. He said to him, do you like Ozzy Osbourne? Right. To Adam, who would have been at the time 10, just 11, right?
Yeah, okay.
11. And Adam said, who's Ozzy Osbourne? Is he a hockey player? No.
Oops.
Yeah, but there you go. I don't know how they got on the subject of Ozzy Osbourne, but there you go.
That's funny. Yeah. How things have changed.
Oh yeah, I don't know if. Well, I think you're getting old, and you go, well, I don't know if it's for the better.
Well, it's inevitable, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's going to happen whether you like it or not.
absolutely. You have to
I just
embrace it.
think if you're in an area and it becomes too populated, and this is happening a lot, people don't like it anymore, so they're moving north.
Yeah,
They're moving, up my way.
yeah.
It's not too crazy up here yet. It's
No.
the towns south of us are getting so popular, but
Mhm.
that's why I like where I am out in the middle of nowhere. It's how'd that country singer say it? It's God's country?
God's country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when we moved
Blake Shelton said that.
Blake Sheldon, right?
Yeah.
When we moved from Ajax, it was a bit of a bridge too far looking back now, but we moved up to Peterborough.
Okay.
So that was awfully quiet up there, and we were up there for 7 years, best part of 7 years. We were up there.
Wow. Yeah.
And even from when we first moved there to when we came back down again to here, the progress in the building, and it was just even there. It's like, wow, it's crazy. Yeah. I don't know where all these people are going to end up in 20 years' time. Where are we going to go?
Well, it's funny because all the new people coming to the country, all the immigrants, they go to the big cities. So they go to Toronto.
Yes. Yeah.
And then what you have is people that are moving out of downtown Toronto to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
And then people that have had enough of the city altogether are the ones now moving to the other towns outside of the metropolitan area, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Newmarket is getting ridiculous. You drive through Newmarket during the day, you think you're in Toronto. It's so busy. There's so many cars, so many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything's just growing.
Yeah.
But COVID's going to fix that.
It's going to fix something.
There's going to be a lot of houses for sale soon.
I was looking that way. But talking to Newmarket, when that first time I came in 1980, we were in for about 3 weeks. And Newmarket there's a Newmarket in England. It's very famous for racehorses. So it's very much a racehorse town, stables and trainers. That's in England. So I was fascinated by the name because I hadn't heard of it before, because we were staying for a while in Aurora with one of Liz's eldest sister.
Right.
So, which is just south of Newmarket. Yes. But Newmarket, for me, every time anyone says Newmarket, like you just mentioned it, that's where I saw my first ever drive-in movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
at the 400 drive-in. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I saw it. I saw two there. One of them was Xanadu. With the
oh my God! Yep.
Well, it was 1980.
Yes, it was.
And what was the other one? I saw two. I can't remember what the other one was. And then it might have been Close Encounters, where they brought out like a special edition or something like that, with about an extra 30 seconds at the end, and that was about it. Because you sat through thinking, "Oh, it's a special edition, great." And it's exactly the same movie. It's only like the last 30 seconds, and just tag this little bit on.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah, but no, I loved it because we don't really have. There might be the odd one now, but certainly not back when I was growing up in England. There's no such thing as a drive-in movie. It was so novel, for me to go to a drive-in movie.
Oh God, we used to go all the time because they were everywhere.
Yeah.
They were in Ajax, Pickering. They were all over the place. Oshawa.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Where was the one in Ajax then? Whereabouts? What?
It was close to Pickering. It's actually on the Pickering Ajax border.
Okay.
Because they had the teepee, and then they had the that one was in Pickering. Oh, I forget what it was called, but you could almost see them from each other.
Oh, really?
The drive-ins, yeah, they were fairly close together.
Right.
And then there was one in Oshawa, right near the 401. Thornton Road and the 401. There was one out in the big field there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. We used to go out there too.
Yeah. Did they operate in wintertime or just the summertime?
Just the summertime. Yeah, they close for the winter because people don't want to sit in their car and freeze their nuts off, right? In the winter. That's just.
Well, I get that, yeah. So I just wondered. Yeah. I mean, like, what was the season like? Would they close like at Labor Day or Thanksgiving when it gets?
It was usually, May 24th weekend to Thanksgiving weekend kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
And
right.
then some of the drive-ins got smart because the weather was still nice in the fall.
Mhm.
So they would have features for like another 5 or 6 weeks, right?
Yeah,
Weather
yeah.
weather permitting type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be the kind of movie theater that could do a thriving business right now.
See, right now,
It would have been a perfect business to be.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, well, I thought of that because it's really hilarious that you think of it. There is a old drive-in theater literally 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
It's closed. It hasn't been open for a couple years, but the building is still there. The screen is still there, and the fence is still there. And I said, if I win a lottery, I'm going to go buy that piece of property and I'm going to renovate that and start it up again and have a drive-in.
That would be cool.
Because now, okay, COVID, 6 feet apart. So what you do is every second parking spot, you put a car, right?
Yeah.
You can't park them right beside each other.
No.
You use a sound system in your own, right? In your own car. So no worries there.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was the concessions might be a problem because everybody wants to go get popcorn and drinks and whatever. So you fix that is you have to order and pay for all your concession, your treats and stuff with your phone.
Right.
And then people bring it to your car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Done.
Absolutely. I mean, they can just leave it in the trunk and they go away, you go and pick it up. You don't even have to come anywhere near it.
No, but that's it right there. It would be so easy to start one up again if you did it the right way.
Yeah.
And people would like now. Imagine if you had a drive-in theater now.
Oh God,
the season is just starting. You would be busy. You would have to have the drive-in open every day, not just on the weekends.
Oh,
it would have to be open every single day, and you would be packed.
Yeah. I mean, people. It wouldn't even matter what movies you're showing. I think people just go and watch a movie.
People just want to get out, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would. Out. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like, just go and see anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just to see other people.
Well, and see, that's what we're not supposed to do, and I hear that a lot.
No, at a distance, but at least know there's other people in the same boat as you are, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That we're all struggling together rather than just being isolated.
Yeah, and it's tough. I understand, I get it, but a lot of the younger people now are going stir crazy, and they're saying, "I got to get out of my apartment. I got to get out of my house. I gotta." And they don't do it right. And now a lot of them are getting sick.
Right.
Like there's a lot of people in the hospitals now with COVID in their 20s.
Really?
Right? Yeah. And that was unheard of before, but now it's happening. So still got to be smart, people. Use your head. We understand your stresses and everything else. And people are slowly losing it and snapping a bit, but you got to look out for yourself and your fellow man.
Absolutely.
Just do it right.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with. I didn't want to get on COVID, but there's a lot to talk about. I think a lot of the stuff that they're doing, the way they're restricting businesses and that is completely freaking wrong. Like, for instance, a hair salon. Why are they closed?
Beats me.
Right? The chairs are like 8 feet apart, which is plenty. So the staff that are in there, you wear a mask, and the people that come in wear a mask. They're sitting in their chair. They're not moving around. They're not going anywhere. And then you get up and you pay and you leave. Why are they closed?
Yeah, and even
that's absolute horseshit.
Well, even like a nail salon, right? You stick your hand under the perspex.
Yeah, so there's a barrier between you two, and they're on that side, you're on this side. You slide your hands underneath it, and they work on your hands.
Exactly.
Or pedicures, even your feet, same thing. Yeah, it's like this is absolute stupidity that businesses like this are closed. It's wrong.
Well, it's funny. I mean, not to put too light a note on it, but I read somewhere saying, who would ever have thought that in 2021 that marijuana would be legal and haircuts would be illegal? It took 50 years, but the hippies won. You got to look on the bright side. You got to look on the bright side. You know.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, you can't have a haircut, but you can smoke marijuana in public.
Yeah.
All right. What?
The
Woodstock generation would be proud.
Yes, they would actually, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would be. Yeah.
But just even if you just say it like that, it makes it funny to hear. You know what I mean?
It's hilarious when you think about it. The world we live in, it's gone upside down, topsy turvy. Yeah.
Geez, I wonder what happened to Ringo. He said he was going to be a few minutes.
I know.
He had to take a big power dump. I think.
I don't know what he's done. I think he was having some technical issues, wasn't he? Because he came on rather late, so I don't. But I could hear him.
I heard he had to go for a major, in the bathroom. So
holy smoly, that is amazing.
Maybe ran out of paper or something, and he's trying to call somebody.
That was almost 45 minutes ago.
Call a friend.
Well, maybe he's just a bit worried about the more or less challenge. The more or less challenge, which tonight, if he makes it on, will be round 18.
Wow.
The score stands at 10-11 in your favor. You've got 11 to his 10. You've both struck out the last 2 weeks, scored 0 points.
I know.
So this is round 18 tonight.
Yep.
So what I was thinking, I'll do in a couple of weeks' time, I will do, say, 20 rounds.
Yeah.
And that'll be leg number 1. So it'll be out of 3 legs. So that'll be whoever takes the best out of 20 takes that leg.
Sounds
and then
good.
the week after, I've had the old brain box going. It won't be more or less, but I'm coming up with a thing called rock or roll. So you can either rock or you can roll it. So that's going to be
nice.
See what COVID does. I just spend too much time at home.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
gotta think of something.
What can I do? So that's it. And we've got another 3 rounds, and then we'll either rock it or roll it on a Monday night. Heiko.
See, it's funny too because I was going to say you should do your album cover.
Yes, I've got it here.
But we can't see messages coming up on the screen because he's not here to put them up.
That's true.
So how do we know who's going to guess the right answer?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, well.
How did Keisha's message come through then? Was that?
He must have put that up just before he went to the bathroom.
Okay.
Speaking of, see, I don't even know. Keisha must be listening.
Yeah.
So I wondered if James was there with her, if James was listening.
Right.
Because tomorrow is James's birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to celebrate him a very happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's tomorrow, but we're not going to be on tomorrow. So we're going to tell the whole world that today or tomorrow's his birthday. We're all going to have a drink for him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So cheers. Now. Here's to James. Here's to you.
Happy birthday, James. Let's see. See if I can find something here.
Uh-oh. He's looking.
I'm looking. Let's see if I can. Bit of a birthday tune. Let's hang on.
Uh-oh.
No,
think you can find it?
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah.
You always do because you're used to taking requests, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice if I had my actual laptop with all my stuff on. I want to connect that up one of these days.
You should.
So I can got access to my whole library and everything.
Yeah, someone says.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, that's not it.
Hang on. We'll.
But I'll drink to that.
We'll cut that out when we go live. All right, here we go. This will take you back. Actually, I shouldn't do that, because we'll get dinged.
Say it's your birthday.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
I like celebrating birthdays.
We tried our best.
We did our best.
Yeah, I actually could find stuff where it wouldn't get picked up.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
they're coming up now.
Miller King cans. Oh, that's what they made the
Yeah,
stack with.
Keisha said her tower was 11 cans high.
11. All right.
11.
Cool.
Nice.
11 cans. I'm trying to think. And you have to drink them all one after the other, and then go to the party with the staff.
No, you drink it at the party.
Oh, okay. While you're there, so you have to take some duct tape with you.
That's right.
Okay.
And I think she had pink duct tape.
Pink. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Pink. I don't know where she got pink duct tape, but
yeah. In England, we called it, as far as I think they still do, gaffer tape. GAFFA. But I think that was like a brand name. Like it's all duct tape, but for some reason it's like calling. I'm trying to think. I don't know if you did it here, but like you call a vacuum cleaner a Hoover. Bring out the Hoover.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, there was a vacuum cleaner made by a company called Hoover.
Yes, it was a brand name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So and everyone will get the Hoover out as opposed to the vacuum out. A bit like gaffer tape. Get the gaffer tape out. But there you go. There's a little aside on a Monday night.
Yeah, and some people call their dog Hoover because just get the Hoover over. He cleans up everything off the rug.
That's right. That's what they're good for. That's right. I know my younger son, his daughter she'll be like 10 months almost. And he's got the boxer dog, right? Well, he's just getting to a boxer dog, right?
A box dog.
A boxer.
Oh, a boxer. Gotcha.
A German boxer, it's probably an American boxer. There is a difference, right?
Yeah.
But he's a boxer, basically, the German type, with its stub tail.
Yep, and the smashed face.
Yeah.
With the big droopy lips.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's called Remix. I think I might have mentioned them before. But he's just coming into his own now because Georgia is at that point where she's just gone on solids. So she's got like things in front of her and they drop off, the where she sits. Oh, and he's right in there now. He's loving it. He just sits there like waiting.
Oh, yeah.
For someone to fall onto the floor.
I'm getting a snack.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's like. He's loving it. Absolutely.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of snacks, do you remember the guys from Pine Tree Outdoors?
Yes.
They were on our show. Yeah,
of course.
And very I had this. I got to talk to them or get a hold of them somehow because I had this bag of chips I sent them.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was,
I remember
that black bag, and it had some ghost pepper nachos in it.
Right.
The parcel came back.
Well,
I don't know if the address was wrong or whatever was wrong, but it didn't make it. It came back.
So yeah,
and it was out there for a while. So now they're even more stale.
But they eat food from the 80s, don't they, in those packets?
Oh, yeah, they eat stuff that's 25, 30 years old.
I know.
Like the old army rations, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go to Pine Tree Outdoors online. And there's some great guys that take some really cool footage of the great outdoors. A lot of it by walking, some of it with the drones. But they also have challenges where they eat army rations, like packaged food that's 25 years old.
Yes.
People send it to them and dare them to eat it, right?
But it's like Liz will go, I'm eating something in the fridge. She go, have you checked the date on that? And we'll go, yeah, it's like, it's about whatever, a couple of weeks expired. And she goes, oh, can I make yourself ill eating that? I said, I know guys that eat. I know people that eat stuff that's 25 years old and they're fine. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
those dates on food, it's just a guideline. It doesn't really mean anything, right?
It's more of a sell by date, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Best before is when it's at its best.
Yeah.
After the best before date, it starts to maybe lose its flavor or gets a little runny or whatever. Well, it's still good.
It's not an eat by date; it's just a sell by date, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, for instance, the one that makes me laugh is how come sour cream has an expiry date on the
Well, it shouldn't, because it's already sour.
You know,
It's already bad.
you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. But that's just me.
There, George. James says, cheers back. Thanks for the shout out.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
And I wish I could have played a bit more of it. I've got some others, but I wasn't really prepared. I don't.
That's okay.
I don't want Facebook to get angry at us because we are, you know.
Whatever.
But especially with Johnny Ringo.
On you. Yeah.
Ringo will be here going, what are those guys doing? I leave them alone for half an hour.
Yeah.
And they've got me all these like nasty, communications from Facebook. Turn me back on them for 10 minutes, and this is what they do.
I know, eh? Well, at least we're not swearing our faces off.
No, that's ducking right, yeah.
Or pulling our pants down or doing stupid shit like that.
No. I mean, you know, there's a lot of decorum here. You know,
yeah.
We're not like other shows.
Oh, I was going to ask you. You know how we're talking about doing a thing? We tried it before. It was called Ringo's Rant.
Yes.
Where he can go off on some topic.
Yeah, it's Ringo's Rant or rave. It can go either way. Something that he really likes, or something that really gets his goat. Yeah.
And what were the ones for me? I forgot.
I'm trying to think for you. It was it's something I thought we'd maybe try out. Heiko's highlights or headlines. So you'd have a highlight or a headline. So same kind of deal. Whereas you get a highlight, do you think that's good, or a headline like, have you read this, in the paper? Or did you see that? And you can do the same kind of deal, but you've got a highlight or a headline. See, I've got too much time on my hands. I'm sitting on.
No, it's perfect. We got to do stuff like that. And if any of you fans out there have any ideas like that too, things you'd like to see on the show or think we should do, let us know.
Yeah.
Get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Text us or send a message to the show and who knows? Maybe we like your idea. We might start doing it.
Absolutely. We'll give it a shot. Absolutely. We're open.
Because we are a little crazy.
That's right. Well, I used to have a line back in the day when I was DJing wherever back in the day, doing private functions, and I go, more or less the start of the night, just where you kind of half introduce yourself at a gig, or a function, and I go, I'm taking requests tonight, no problem. I've actually had a few already, but I am actually going to stay. It's all every gig, I used to do that. You have to, right? And I used to do one with, this work for a brewery, or if you had prizes to give out and things like that. And they'd send me around all different places around northwest of England and Manchester. And I used to drive some people crazy because I'm talking about the mid 80s now. And I had like prizes to give away. I'd have like, sweatshirts, T-shirts, drink vouchers, all the rest of it.
Right.
From the brewery promoting this stuff. And one of them was like Lionel Richie. He said, like, I'd go like, I'll give like drink vouchers to anybody can think of a Lionel Richie track, right? And you get people like all night long, dancing on the ceiling. And it worked every time. Somebody go, hello, what I mean? I go, oh, yeah, good to see you. And they're like, no, hello. Hi, good to see you.
The song. Hello.
And I used to milk it, and at some point, I better stop it now because it's getting really irritated. Everyone else loved it except the poor person that came up with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stuff like that. I miss those days.
No kidding.
Yeah. I remember once working in Liverpool. I did a lot of work in Liverpool. And I don't know if people know where, hometown of the Beatles back in the day, right? And the people there are great, and I went into this one place doing one of these nights. And it's like a big, like, club, like a kind of a variety, like, they had a big stage and live bands and live acts and comedians and everything. So it's pretty big. And when I got there, there was a poster behind the guy on the door, and because I came and said, I'm the DJ from Green or Whitley's. I said, do we go through the back? He went, yes, son. And I looked behind him, and there was a poster, and it said Tuesday, whatever date it was, and it had live entertainment. And, one of those day glow posters you used to get back in the day, like on yellow or orange.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is great. Got a band on, you know. And I said, what kind of band you got tonight? And he sort of looks at me like I'm daft.
Yeah.
And he goes, what are you talking about? And I said, well, the live entertainment. I said, what kind of band is it tonight? Because I thought, oh, is it, you know, I'll work with him. He goes, there's no band on tonight, Sonny. I went, well, it's tonight, though. He went, yeah. I said, well, what's the entertainment? He said, you are. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no one told me that, you know. And I remember you had to work it. I had to work it then. It was like it could have gone one way or the other, right? Because I said, I'm not in live entertainment. I'm a DJ and I give prizes out, that kind of stuff. You know, do a few games. And he said, oh, don't worry about that. The people here will let you know whether they like you or they don't like you. I thought, well, that's very comforting, right?
Yeah, so when you get in the place and they have like a mesh up in front of the DJ booth, then you know you got to make sure they like you.
He said they'll let you know if they like what you're playing or doing or saying. He said, don't worry about it. They'll let you know. So well, help us out. I'm here till 11 o'clock or whatever it was. So, so I had to do all these things. And this one woman, and it went really well actually. I did the Lionel Richie thing and it was big. I had to actually walk around the place. It was so big rather than just do it from the stage, so you could walk around the tables and it was like tables, you know. And I had all these prizes to give away, so you know, so I had to really rack my brains for all more games than I would normally do. And I remember at one point I said, "I'll give whatever for to the first lady that can bring me a black piece of clothing."
Okay.
Right? They'd run up to the stage, wherever, I'd give them a sweatshirt or whatever. And this lady came, no, these were older. These weren't like young people. They were like, slightly older. And this lady comes up and she's waving this black material like at me, and I thought it was a bit of a rise, a bit of a stage. And I picked it up and it was this massive, massive bra. This big black bra. And I kind of hold it up and I look at her, right? I look at her there thinking, she's whipped this off to get a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I said, brilliant. I said, you get 2 sweatshirts for that or whatever, right? And she goes, oh, no, love, that's not mine. It's Hilda's. She's back there, braless in the corner. And she actually said she was too afraid to bring it up herself. Right. So, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so yeah, that's some good times.
So one for you for bringing it up and one for her for taking it off.
That's right. So she was obviously there covering herself up,
Oh my God!
Come down to the spotlight. And it was that kind of night. It was great. There was all kinds of stuff that went on. So from being like, oh my God, I just can't wait for the end of the night, to this is one of the best nights I've ever played. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. More trivia.
Freaking cat. Yeah, I know. And it's funny. Every once in a while, a little message comes up, but
I'll tell you what we can do.
Let's do something.
Okay. Hang on, where's my little...
We'll do it for the fans, and hopefully they can answer. If not, we'll have to wait till Ringo gets back, and then we can put a bunch of the answers up.
Oh, we can try this, see if anyone actually manages to respond. Unopened little box here that says 90s pop quiz.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we opened it. Never been opened before. Oh, cards.
Wow. Holy crap, look at that. That's real trivia right there. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. The Red Hot Chili Peppers are from which U.S. state?
Oh. Red Hot Chili Peppers are from which state?
Mm-hmm. There's some choices here as well.
Oh, it's like multiple choice?
There's 4, yeah. There's 4 choices.
Ooh.
The choices are A is Florida, B is Washington, C is California, and D is Nevada. I know that one.
Do you?
Yeah.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers. Where are they from? Which state?
They had a song about it. Oh, kind of.
Oh. Well, that came up.
Yeah.
Derek said L.A.
L.A.?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it was a state, so yeah, he's right because it's California. Oh, so it's
Wow.
working then. It's working. We can
It
ask
is working.
questions.
So can we do some more trivia?
Okay, let's do another one. Let's get to the next card.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah, because they had a track called it was a single, I think, called Californication. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
Derek is our trivia guru.
yeah, right. You've got to beat Derek. This is your burden, Heiko. You've got to beat.
I got to beat Derek.
You got to beat Derek to the trigger.
I'll beat him. I'll go get a hunk of 2x4 and I'll beat the sillies right out of him.
we need a buzzer. Heiko needs a buzzer. All right. We'll try this one. Which band released the album Dookie, Dookie, in 1994?
What the?
I could ask you about best-selling microphones. What do you
What's
reckon?
a dookie? Oh, that microphone one was even worse.
Oh, the drum kit one was the worst.
Mm.
Last week was drum kits.
That's why we never answered any of those crazy questions, brother.
I know that's what. Well, in a few weeks' time, you can either rock it or you can roll it. So
yeah,
it'll be different. It'll test your knowledge more. Won't be a 50% chance. Derek says Green Day.
Wow.
It is Green Day. So that's Derek 2, Heiko 0.
Oh, okay. Just like that.
Just like that. He's going to want a T-shirt at the end of this. What's this one?
Cheers, Derek.
This is a pop one.
Oh, God.
Let's go with this one. I would never know the answer to this. See if Derek's any good at this. See if he watched a lot of MTV or much music. Britney Spears.
Oh, I don't know the answer.
Britney Spears. Well, I'll give you the four potential answers, right? So Britney Spears wore frosted blue eyeshadow in the music video for which song? Was it A, Crazy, B, Sometimes, C, Baby One More Time, or D, Born to Make You Happy?
I'm gonna go with Crazy because that's just a crazy color.
Right. No, it's not A. So you're left with B, C, or D, which is Sometimes.
I can't guess another. That wouldn't be right.
Baby One More Time or Born to Make You Happy. I'll just guess B, C, or D. I haven't even heard of this song, I don't think.
I don't know. B?
D is correct. 2-1.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Derek said Baby One More Time. No, it was You Happy. So it's 2-1.
Yay.
You've caught up with one. We'll do this to like 10, eh? We'll do 10 of these. Okay.
How come nobody else is trying to guess? I only see Derek's name up there.
I know.
Come on, Keisha, James, Cliff, John, whoever's listening. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. The music festival Lollapalooza was created in what year? Was it 1991, 1995, 1997, or 1993?
Oh.
91, 95, 97, and 93.
95.
Mm.
Mm.
Ooh. do we give Derek a chance?
Yeah, let's give Derek a chance because my answer's not right.
Okay, so you guessed 91.
No, 95.
95. That was B,
Yep.
right? B 95. Yep. Okay.
Come on, somebody else.
Anybody else?
Give us the right answer because mine is obviously not the right answer.
Yeah. Well, they're all pretty close together.
Yeah.
91, 95, 97, and 93. Actually, I'll give somebody a clue. It will actually be what? 30 years this year since.
Wow.
30 years. It's been going for 30 years.
Well, so now we know. Now we know the answer.
There you go.
That was pretty easy.
1991.
91.
So you're only 4 years off.
So they get half a point for that?
We'll give you half a point. So it's Derek 2, Heiko 1.5. Because he's only 4. All right.
Oh my
All
God.
Right. How many is that we've done? 2, done 3, right?
Yep.
3. All right. Have another one here. Let's see. There we go. I don't know.
So let me ask you, where did you find this little package that you have just opened that had never been opened before?
I think it was Liz got me a couple of stocking stuffers. She got me one for the 80s and one for the 90s, and this is just. I've been clearing stuff out, and I just found that the other day. I thought,
wasn't that cool?
I'll look through that. Oh, let's try this one. Which actress appeared in the music video for Tom Petty's Mary Jane's Last Dance? Was it A, Michelle Pfeiffer, B, Kim Basinger, C, Sharon Stone, or D, Shannon Doherty?
Oh. I don't even know who she is.
What, Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, Shannon Doherty.
I think she was in, was it Beverly Hills 90210? One of those.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
No idea.
I might be wrong.
Come on, Derek.
Come on, Derek.
You can do it. You can do it. Come on.
You could have a guess.
I don't know, buddy. I have no idea.
All right. Well, it wasn't Sharon Stone. It wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It wasn't Shannon Doherty. It was Kim Basinger. I don't remember that. We've seen a video a gazillion times, but I don't remember that.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was one of those hot chicks way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
When she was hot.
Did you ever see, what was it called? With 9.5 Weeks. Did you ever see that?
Yes.
Dancing to Joe Cocker's You Can Leave Your Hat On.
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty much.
Yeah.
That was a pretty crazy movie.
It was. Derek, 93. What was 93?
No, 93. Everyone's wrong. I guess 91. I got half a point for it.
No, you got 95. It was wrong. It's actually 91.
That's what I said, remember?
Okay.
I got half a point because I guessed it my second guess after the clue.
Okay. All right. So, how many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5.
That's weird. We got a whole bunch of them all of a sudden.
Let's see if I can find one that's. Oh, this is an easy one. You should get this one, Heiko. Should beat Derek to this one.
Derek already guessed. He said D. Look.
D. It's correct. It is Living La Vida Loca.
There you go.
The question was, what was the name of Ricky Martin's 1999 hit song? Was it A, La Mordita, B, She Bangs, C, Maria, or D? And he was correct. Living La Vida Loca.
That's a guess. That's a guess from before. It just came up.
It's okay. We'll allow it.
But that's hilarious.
So it's 3 to Derek, 1.5 to Heiko. It's
Sure.
that sort of a game, kids.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Nice job, Derek. You got a point without even trying.
Exactly. He's fast off the draw. That's Red Hot. That's another question about them. Okay. See what some of these we'll skip because they're a bit obscure.
Yeah.
Well, they're all obscure, really. But
George.
Yeah.
I guess B.
No. Well, that's a good one where we can play it. The question, that's a new spin, isn't it? Yeah. I've never even heard of these. I've never even heard of them. But you were wrong. It was actually C.
Of course. Of course.
All right. That's another one.
That's a new way of doing trivia.
Yeah. Guess the answer, and we'll give you the question.
Yeah, there you go. Arr.
Oh. Might get this one. What was the name of the Spice Girls' debut album? Was it A, Forever, B, Spice World, C, 1 Hour of Girl Power, or D, that's about 59 minutes too long, right? Or
Yeah.
D, Spice. So was it A, Forever, B, Spice World, C, 1 Hour of Girl Power, or D, Spice?
How about B?
B for ball.
Yeah, ball. Spice World.
No, it
It's
wasn't.
probably D, right?
It's D.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll give you half a point for that. So it's
Another
now
half
Derek.
a point.
Oh, Derek got D. Was that still the last question?
No, that's still from before.
Okay. So it's Heiko 2, Derek 3. With that
3.
half a point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 2 half pointers tonight. Woo!
They all count. What else we got here? How many do we have? We've had 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, we'll do 3 more. Might get this one. Which band released the song Bittersweet Symphony in 1997? Was it A, Oasis, B, Blur, C, Massive Attack, or D, The Verve? Was it A, Oasis, B, Blur, C, Massive Attack, or D, The Verve?
I don't know.
Was it A, B, C, or D?
Well, you keep picking D's for some reason.
Oh, I might be throwing you off the. Go on. You're going to go with D.
No, I can't because we already had a couple of D's.
Are you sure? You're going to change your mind?
No, I'll stick with it.
You stick with D?
Yeah.
The Verve. The Verve,
Yeah.
the Verve recorded the Bittersweet Symphony in 1997. You're sticking with that one?
Yeah.
All right. All right. It's now.
Holy shit. We're tied.
That's 3-3. Holy mollies.
Come on, Derek. You're slacking. Where are you? I haven't seen any answers lately.
Oh, let's see. No, we don't want any rap questions because those might be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a pop question. It's an easy one. Which depends. We'll give Derek a chance to answer this before you answer, Heiko, because you'll get this one. So
Okay.
Which singer starred and sang the theme music for the film The Bodyguard?
Come on, Derek.
All right, we won't give you your options. Just have a quick think, Derek. Oh, yeah, we will. We'll have to, don't we? We'll work otherwise. Unless he writes the whole name out. You'll have to come up with the actual whole name. Well, there's A, B, and C, and D. And D is Celine Dion. So we'll say it's not D, but it's either A, B, or C. So you can either guess the name outright or give us a letter. Spice World. Derek's gone for B. Is correct. It was A.
Hang on, now you said D.
I thought it said B.
What's going on?
I thought I saw a B. Is it still B? Oh, okay. No, that would be Celine Dion.
Now it's a B. Now it's a D.
It keeps coming up B. Massive Attack. Hang on, Massive Attack.
Somebody in the back there is pushing a lot of buttons.
I think we're lagging. I think we've got a time delay.
Something's going on.
Oh, this is what happens, right? When you're killing. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:45.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. Just shows you can spend an hour and a quarter talking about nothing.
No kidding, eh? We just both had verbal diarrhea, blah, 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 talking about whatever.
All right, but we'll give Keisha half a point for that because I think that was one of the options. So the fact she took part, we'll give one for participation. Give her a point.
Woohoo, Keisha.
All right, Keisha's got a point. Okay, so it's 3, 3, and 1. Okay.
George, I'm getting thirsty.
Okay, so what am I going to do while you go to the fridge? Oh, okay.
Everybody grab a drink. It's time to toast.
We can't even run the
Toast,
sponsor.
toast, cheers, Nastovia. You know what that's all about.
Skull. Hang on, it should be playing. Oh, I don't know why.
Cheers.
It won't play. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Let's try this again. You can't drink till you've got the music.
Oh my God, look, Stephanie Ann is there.
All right. What were the choices? Now, it depends which question.
Yeah, and it depends when she sent that message. Was it near the beginning of the contest, halfway through?
Yeah. We're going to have to work on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Which singer starred and sang the theme tune for the film The Bodyguard? Now, we've got A, B, C, or D, and we know that it wasn't D because that was Celine Dion. So we've still got, could it be A, B, or C?
Come on. Someone give us the answer.
Have a stamp. You don't have to be right. Just A, B, or C.
Pretty easy. A, B, or C.
A, B. She's no longer with us, this singer.
Oh.
She's no longer with us.
Excuse me. And what are the names of A, B, and C?
Well, A is Gloria Estefan.
Uh-huh.
C is Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
And B is
it's Mariah Carey.
No, it's not Mariah Carey.
No, that's what you said.
She's still with us.
She's still with us. So what's C?
No, B. Mariah Carey's C. A is Gloria Estefan. D is C, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
So the answer is B.
Uh-huh. B.
The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner, and she's actually in the movie.
Is she in the movie too?
He's guarding her. She is, or he is, her bodyguard.
That's right. That's right.
The big song from that movie was written by, you get a bonus point if you get that. All right, it's no. She was married to Bobby Brown.
Oh.
The song
wasn't Cher.
No, wasn't Cher still with us? Well, she was the last time I looked.
Oh my God.
Okay. Huge, massive, huge song.
Huge.
Number one all over the world.
Well, no one else is guessing.
It was a cover. All right. Well, it was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Who sang it.
Yep.
And I Will Always Love You was the song.
Yes.
But does anyone know who wrote it and released it back in the 70s? I think it was the 70s.
Nope. Not this guy.
A country singer. Lots of hits. Still going today.
Yeah, the world lost her mind when she passed away, eh?
Yeah. She died in the bathtub or something like that, didn't she?
Something like that.
Drowned in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person that wrote this is an icon in her own right. I think it figured, if my memory serves me well, in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, right at the end. She was in there with Burt Reynolds, and she sings this song at the end. Deborah Cox. No. B. I can't remember what Whitney Houston. Stephanie Ann got it. We'll say that she was delayed, so Stephanie gets a point for that.
Yeah.
And Dolly Parton wrote the original and sang it. So there
wow.
You go. So Stephanie is
Stephanie's on the board.
Now 2 points.
2 points. 2 points.
2 points. So she's
2 points.
Yeah.
She's catching up.
That's right.
Holy shit.
Wow. See, we're not in charge of these messages tonight. We have no.
No, I know the text must be lagged. See, but that text just happened, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Yes.
We will give you points for being there and trying.
All right. See if Stephanie can beat you, Heiko, if she can draw level.
Oh yeah, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge is on.
Derek's out front. Okay.
The
Ooh.
Heikadelic show. Sorry, guys, multitasking. For some reason I thought I saw the word masturbating, but I don't know. That was just weird.
Master who?
Musta who? Musta what? What's going on over there?
Yeah. All right. Oh,
Get your hands out of your pockets.
well, I'm not sure which actual album this would be, but I might have a guess. But anyway, which singer did Nirvana knock off the top of the album charts in 1992? So I guess they're talking about Nevermind would be the one. Was the artist that was there that they knocked off with that album, was it A, was it Michael Jackson? Was it B, funnily enough, Whitney Houston? Was it C, Madonna? Or was it D, Prince? Ooh.
Wow.
So who was having number one albums in 1992 around the time of Nirvana's first album?
Let's go with Michael Jackson.
You're going with A, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So the others were B, Whitney Houston, C, Madonna, and D, Prince. Should we give Stephanie...
I'm wrong again, so don't guess A.
Are you going to change your mind?
No. I got to stick with my answer.
All right. Okay. Michael, you're going for Michael Jackson, eh?
Sure.
All right. So you don't think it was Prince, Madonna, or Whitney Houston?
Oh, well, it could be either one of those.
Could be any of them. They're all big in 92.
That's right.
But you're sticking with A, okay. See if you get anything from Stephanie or Derek.
It's just that I would have liked to have seen Michael Jackson got knocked off the charts.
Why do you not like Michael Jackson? Okay.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, I mean, his music was great. It's just unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, his music, people love it, right? Still do. I remember when all the thing happened.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I was actually in England on a visit, and I got up at in the morning. It was like, and switched to Radio 1, like Radio 1, the national radio station. It didn't click at first. Yep. I was staying at my younger sister's place for about 2 weeks, 10 days. And I didn't click, but every song was Michael Jackson for about 20, 25 minutes. Right? and
you're like, what's going on here?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wasn't used to what I thought. Oh, maybe it's a little segment they're doing plays greatest hits over 20 minutes song. I didn't know what the DJ was doing, right? And at the end of it, he said Michael Jackson's passed away or whatever, and I was like stunned. I thought, wow. I remember shouting up to my sister Ursula because she was still upstairs, and like, holy moly, Michael Jackson's died, And I still have actually the Manchester Evening News from that day, from the evening edition, where it's got Jacko dead or something like that. I still got it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But his music was great, and I mean, when all the shitstorm hit the fan, I didn't play any of his stuff for ages. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't play it off my own volition. And then a couple of people asked for it in a bar I was playing at. A while after, and I thought, well, do I play it or not? I thought, what the heck, I'll play it. I can always take it off. The place went crazy.
Really?
The place went crazy. I think it was Black or White, or one of those, Black or White. And then I was getting, play that. Oh, you play Michael Jackson. Play this one. Play that one. It's like I ended up playing 5 of them.
Wow.
So yeah, his music from the DJ's point of view was great because it's just so popular and danceable, right?
Yeah.
Just floor fillers one after the other. But we've not heard from anybody. So Heiko, I'll give you another point there because it was indeed Michael Jackson that got knocked off the top of the album charts by Nirvana in 1992. I'm almost tempted to give you half a point for wishing it.
For wishing it. So 1.5. Wow.
I don't know if I could do that. It's a bit too generous.
No. That's good.
So you've now,
but thanks anyway.
I tried, but you've moved ahead 4-3 to Keisha's 2, right?
Stephanie Ann's got 2, Keisha's got 1, and Derek's got 3.
Derek went for Madonna, Keisha went for Prince. See, okay. So,
Nope,
all right,
nobody.
you've got the
Nobody.
point there. You got the point.
I got
mate. You got the point.
it. And I'm not sharing it. It's mine.
I wouldn't share it.
Mine?
I wouldn't share it either. You worked hard for that.
I know. So hard. Oh my God. Sweat happening here.
Okay. Well, these are British in the United States. Oh, wait. Who did Britney Spears date that was a member of NSYNC?
Oh my God.
It was Justin Timberlake, by the way. Not that we care. Backstreet Boys. Let's see. Let's get some sensible questions here.
Here, hang on. Stephanie Ann has a question here. What song of Michael's did he
It was an
knock
album.
off?
It was an album. It would have been in '92. It would have been the one with Black or White on. Dangerous, I would think. The Dangerous, the one after Bad, because he had Bad in like 88, 89, was it? It didn't tell me on here, but just from memory, I think it was the one with Black or White on it. Because yeah, that'd be about right, I think. Because Bad was in it.
That's why I never got that album. It just said Bad on it, so I didn't buy it.
That's right. The album's Bad. Oh, Stephanie got Justin Timberlake. I mean, that's good. She got it without even asking the question.
Look at that.
What do we do now?
You have to give her a point.
All right. So it's Heiko 4.
Yep.
Stephanie 3.
Yep.
Derek 3.
Yep. Keisha 1.
Keisha 1. Okay. We should give Keisha half a point just for. All right.
Okay, Keisha 1.5.
For hanging in there. Okay. Hang on, that one. Oh, Macarena. What do you know about the Macarena?
Absolutely nothing. I just know it's a song, and it's not my kind of stuff.
All right. Oh, so even Stephanie says that was a great album, Dangerous album.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually debuted the video at the end of The Simpsons. I remember that because, I remember James was really looking forward to that. The one where he blows up his dad in the chair and he goes with his massive big amplifier and everything. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm glad you do, though, because that brought back memories, didn't it?
It did. I'd still retain some stuff from back in the day. All right. This is about the song Macarena, big hit in the 90s. The majority of Macarena is sung in which language?
B.
B. Right. In English.
There you go.
You're going for English. All right. So you settle for B, which is English. Your other options were A, Italian, or B, English, if that's what you've plumped for. C is Spanish, and D, Portuguese.
Really? Portuguese? Yeah. No, it's C.
You're going for C, Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if anyone else agrees. Macarena. Wow.
Macarena.
It's amazing. I mean, you can still play that today and people will love it.
Yep.
In the right setting, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the funny thing I find is there's different types of music, obviously, that different people like, but you get the music that's, 20 to 40 or even 50 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of the stuff that's less than 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
People like that older music.
Mm-hmm.
People remember it. They listen to it. They dance to it. It gets played on the proper radio stations. Like that music will never die. It will always be with us.
No, they're like anthems in a way, some of those as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And some of the other stuff, but things like that. I remember, what was the one? I remember when I used to do the cruise boats in Toronto when Hot, Hot, Hot was big in the 80s, right? I think it was, it came out, I think, mid-80s.
Yeah.
And I'm talking 1994 now. And you think about cruising on a boat on Lake Ontario, a nice day, hot, would be a perfect tune to play, right? Everyone loves it. The staff just hated it, absolutely hated it.
Well, because they probably heard it all the time,
Well,
right?
exactly. When I started, I was there, and I met some of them, like, whatever, before we went, just we're there to setting up equipment for the whole season or whatever it was. And they go, George, one thing, a request from all the staff, never play hot, hot, hot.
Don't ever play it again.
Don't ever play it. So
throw that disc overboard.
But I was the same, but I could just tune out. It didn't bother me. I just saw the floor being full and people dancing.
Yeah, and that's why you're there, right?
I didn't hear it. You know what I mean? I wasn't actually listening to it anymore, but it'd be like I'd get the stares from the bar,
Well, it's funny. I don't really want to admit it, but sometimes you listen to some of these classic radio shows, and on the Saturday afternoons or something like that, they have tunes that you don't ever hear on the radio anymore, right?
Yeah.
They play some stuff. And the other day, I was just 2 days ago, they were playing stuff, and the song came on called Knock on Wood. You remember that tune?
Oh, yeah. The original was Eddie Floyd, I think. Was it Eddie Floyd? And then there was cover versions of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that just brought me back
to
the days we used to roller skate.
Right.
And all the tunes that used to get played back then. Now,
yeah.
I'm not saying I'm into roller skating, but I used to do it, and the tunes were great, man.
Yeah.
But it's all stuff that you don't hear anymore, right?
Yeah. Eddie Floyd, Knock on Wood. I'm going to knock. Stax record label.
Yeah.
Based in Memphis, I think. But
oh, yeah?
I think it's Memphis.
Wow, that's pretty good, George.
Yeah. I actually have a T-shirt with the Stax label on it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, that was... Who else was on there? There's Sam and Dave were on that label. Do you remember Sam and Dave? Otis Redding was on that.
Wow. See, you should have had the hat too. Knock on wood.
That's right. And there's a great disco version I used to play back in the late 70s, early 80s by when disco was decent before it all went south.
Yeah.
Amy Stewart was the name. Great version.
Oh, Amy Stewart. Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I remember.
Probably
Amy Stewart version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because really? it had that beat to it for skating, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be perfect for skating on the rink. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you're going for Spanish. I've not heard from Stephanie Ann.
No.
And C, Spanish is correct, Heiko.
Yes! Take that, you guys. I'm smoking it now.
Are you on 5 now?
Yeah, I'm on 5.
Okay. What's happened to Ringo?
I really don't know. I wish he'd hurry up and get his butt on here.
Yeah.
Like he's got to be out there every once in a while pushing some buttons, but...
Yeah. He's AWOL. He's gone AWOL on us. Should send a search party out.
See, we're normally not this big and beautiful up on the screen. We're smaller because we have to share, right, with Ringo.
Yeah.
So take it in, folks. Look at us.
That's right. Oh dear. Okay. Let's see.
Well done, buddy. I'm glad you kind of pulled that out of your sock and brought it out because trivia is kind of fun.
Always have a pack of trivia with you. Don't leave home without it. You never know what you might.
It's funny. People always like that shit, right? They love the trivia.
Yeah.
You come up with goofy questions and about artists and whatnot, or even movies, and people are all over it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's one for you.
Uh-oh.
Which band released the song Mbop in the mid-90s, I believe it was? Mbop.
Mbop?
Mbop. It's like M-M-M-M-Bop. Was it A, Hanson, B, Five, C, BB Mac? Oh, I've heard of them. So it's not C, put it that way. D, Backstreet Boys.
Mbop.
They were all brothers. 3 brothers, and then they
Keisha should know this.
She should do.
Keisha
Here
should
when
know
she was
this.
growing up.
Come on, Keisha. What's the answer?
Mbop. There were three brothers,
Hmm
all called
Hanson.
correct.
Ah.
You know what would be good?
What?
If this game actually had some rules.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah.
Just blurt out the answer.
That's right. All right. Oh, I don't need Brittany again. Is that one?
Well, see, unfortunately, I think in a couple of minutes we're going to see all the answers come up on the screen.
I know.
It's been kind of delayed and messed up tonight.
Yeah. NWA. Oh.
But you know what's not delayed tonight?
What?
My beer drinking.
There you go.
It's here when I need it.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, sweet. Oh. Doing a lot of talking here.
I know, hey?
This question is: which singer released the albums "Dangerous" and "History"? Was it A. Michael Jackson, B. Shaggy, C. Usher, or D. Prince? We just talked about that. It was Michael Jackson.
Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So no points for that one.
No, that's 5 points to me for knowing the answer.
Okay. You win.
As to which album was it? Right. All right. So, which band released the song "Creep" in 1993? Was it A. Radiohead, B. Muse, C. Coldplay, or D. the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Michael Jackson.
I didn't even hear your question. I was reading all the stuff because it just kept coming up. Bump, 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 bump.
Okay.
So Keisha guessed Hanson. Stephanie Ann guessed Hanson.
Okay. So Keisha gets 2. Now she's on 2 points.
Yeah. We'll give Stephanie Ann another point. What the hell?
So that is
She's
she's on
at
4
4.
4. I should keep score here.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Okay. So this one is: which band released the song "Creep" in 1993? Was it A. Radiohead, B. Muse, C. Coldplay, or D. the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm. So how many are you on, Heiko? You on 5?
Yeah. I get a feeling we're not going to hear the answers, see the answers on the screen for another 10 minutes.
All right, maybe we should talk about something else.
I know, eh? It's like, okay.
Kisha's got a 2. Stephanie Ann's on 4.
Yeah.
What happened to Derek? Derek disappeared.
Derek just died off at 3.
It's a bit like Ringo. It's probably there. Ringo laughing at us.
Yeah, they're both.
Look at these guys sweating it out, trying to think.
They're both sitting on the shitter together.
What was Derek? Did he have 2?
3.
3. Okay, just in case he comes back. All right. So, which band released the song "Creep" in 1993? Radiohead. Was it A. Radiohead, B. Muse, C. Coldplay, or D. the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh. I don't know.
All right.
Come on, people. We're giving you a chance. I'm just going to say I don't know because I want some answers to come up on that screen.
Right. It's too bad we can't take emails, isn't it, and things like that. Could get people.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're not that sophisticated yet, but
If you had emails, people from indierockradio.ca could get in touch with us, right?
yes, they could.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would
Absolutely.
Be cool.
Yeah, we got to set that kind of stuff up.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to get proper internet here at the house.
Right.
Because right now I'm using my phone to do this, and I can't do anything else. As soon as I touch my phone now to check an email or even to text or anything, I get disconnected.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just the nature of the beast. So if I had a computer here, or I used my computer to do the video and I had my cell phone in my hand, then I could accept texts and phone calls and emails and everything too, right?
Well, I've got the computer. I could do emails for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that now.
Well,
Set it up.
what you should do is set up an email account,
Mhm.
like the Heikadelic show at gmail.com or something like that, or Hotmail, one of those ones.
Yeah.
And then we'll give that to the people. And then during the show, if you get emails in, you can read them.
Yeah. We could set that up for next week. Maybe we'll run it by Ringo.
Yeah.
Just come up with something. Yeah, that'd be fun, actually. That'd be fun.
We'll just set up a generic email, and then we can flash it up on the screen and stuff like that.
And they could
so people could actually send in an email like we used to do in the good old days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The good old days.
And I know that would be taxing, George. That would put a lot on your shoulders. You'd have to read emails throughout the show.
I could do that. That's sorry. It's a nice big screen. Let's read it. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a big screen. That's fine. I could read it. If I can read something that says banana splits on here, just like that, I'll be able to read emails.
Okay, you'll be good to go.
All right, that'd be cool. I used to do all that when I was doing Reality Radio 101. When I did the media, I used to read all my own emails straight directly.
Yeah, and I used to get them too. They'd come up on the screen in front of me.
Yeah.
And used to read them.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I had too many beers. I had a hard time reading them, so I had to get someone else to read them.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I did that for 3.5 years, the Atomic Ballroom.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
3.5 years. December 2014 to June, end of June 2018, was it? 17. Is that 4.5? It was 4.5 years, I know that.
Wow.
I mean,
really, it'd be nice to do that again, eh?
Oh, yeah. And we did. Yeah. And we originally started at 7:30 Eastern, and then went to 9 Eastern.
Yeah.
And then for the last sort of 6 or 7 months, I did it at 5.
Yeah, you went
Eastern.
early.
Yeah, because I had people in the UK or in Europe, so it was still 10 o'clock over there. Yeah. So it's sort of great, and even on the West Coast, it'd still be like 2 in the afternoon. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to get all these emails coming in. I had emails from even Tokyo. There's a couple from Tokyo.
Yeah.
Russia, somewhere in Siberia. And I thought, is this a send up? And it was a girl. I can't remember her name. I've got it somewhere.
Yeah.
And because I used to keep a track of people that got in touch from all around the world, and not just around the world, in the States, wherever. And I was going to do a map with just a pin where they all were.
Oh, put the pins on. Yeah, that would be cool.
That would have been cool. So I kept a list of them all. I never got around to it like most things. But it was from somewhere in Siberia, and I can't remember what the time difference was, but it was morning there. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was like way over in Siberia, I thought. And it was, and I sort of said, like, well, how come what are you doing, in Siberia? I mean, what's there, kind of thing, right? You just think it's just snow and ice, right? That's where people get sent to the camps, right?
Yep.
And the political like dissidents and what have you. And it was actually, she wrote back, and it was a railway station. And there's the name of the railway station, and she was just going into work in the offices and looked it up, and there it was, the railway station.
Wow.
It was genuine, yeah. So it's pretty. So you think, like, well, I'm talking here just outside Toronto, and there's somebody listening in Siberia that's going to work at the railway station.
On the other side of the planet, right?
That's fantastic. Just incredible.
Yeah.
But
well, that's the thing too. Like when I started the Heikadelic show, I had some buddies like Terry Code, like played his music right from the band.
Yeah.
And we got messages as well from all over the globe, and
I remember.
He was just flabbergasted. He was stunned. He's going, "Oh my God,
people
crazy. Are hearing this everywhere right now."
Yeah.
And I go, that's the power of multimedia, right?
Yeah. And another one that I got that was pretty incredible was I thought it was further away, but it was actually Greenland. Somebody in Greenland. It was
shit, really? Wow.
And she wrote in saying, "We're listening to you," and I thought, whatever. And she said, "I'm listening to you in Greenland, So most of our radio stations here are like emergency broadcasts, wherever they were. It was somewhere in the wilds a bit, from what I could gather. And so we don't have a lot of radio stations that we can actually tune into, right? So we go on the internet. He said, but it's a bar. You're playing in the bar, right?
You were saying that. That's right.
On the speakers in the bar, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was crazy. And then I said, and she was on two or three times. And the second time she came on and said, it was from blah, blah, blah. And I said, any chance you can send a picture? So she emailed a picture from the bar, like when people were watching.
That's really cool.
It was really cool. It was really cool. So I'd love to do that again. It'd be great to do it again, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. We've had no more answers.
No, I think the guy who pushes the buttons over there to get the answers up on the screen is having a nap.
I think must have 40 winks. So see if you can get a 6th point here, Heiko. Which band released the song Creep in 1993? Was it A, Radiohead, B, Muse, C, Coldplay, or D, the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Is it A, B, C, or D?
I don't know why, but I'm going to say D. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
Okay.
Text would be good. We could text Ringo or George. All right. Email is slow. Stephanie. Okay.
Yeah, see, they're all coming through at the same time again. Bump, 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 bump.
Right.
That's weird. George.
Yeah.
Could you sort of carry on for about 3 minutes? The dog's at the door whining. If I don't go let him out, something's going to happen.
All right.
I'll be right back.
I'm flying solo.
Yes. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So that'd be great actually if we could get that sorted out. If we ever find Ringo again, I think he's been hijacked. He disappeared. So if we can get the emails going, that'd be fantastic, or the texts going, and then we could get all kinds of people to join in. The inter-radioactive, as I used to say in the Atomic Ballroom, because we are atomic, stuff like that. And so Heiko didn't get that right. It's not the song Creep in 1993 was not the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'll tell you that. So it was either A, Radiohead, B, Muse, or C, Coldplay. Scroll back, Stephanie Ann says. I would if I could. Derek and I said Radiohead. Absolutely correct. Point each. So Derek is now on 4. Stephanie is on 5. And Heiko is on 5. Keisha is on 2. All right. I'm not sure how long we're going to be on tonight. I can't believe we've been on almost 2 hours. And I'm staring at an empty chair at the abode of Heiko Mantique, host of the Heikadelic show. And there's his chair. No Heiko. No Ringo. It's just our George here tonight for a few minutes. Okay. Let's see if we can find another question. Oh, he's back. The host is back. All right. Is the dog okay? Oh, it's not, guys. He's back. All right, just going through these questions. Everyone knows who recorded Achy Breaky Heart, so we won't bother with that one. Heiko, you're back. You're back.
I'm here.
All right. Is the dog okay?
I hope so. I left him out there.
Oh, you've left him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. I think he'll make it.
What kind of? I've seen him. What kind of dog is he?
He's a shepherd. One of the big black ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Kobe.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
He normally doesn't make any noise, but when he does, it's like, uh-oh.
Well, yeah.
But I go, there's going to be something to clean up.
At least it gives you advance warning. Yeah. Okay. So actually, while you were away,
something happened while I was away?
Yeah, we've got some answers.
Wow.
Keisha got Billy Ray Cyrus.
Holy shit. On
the ball tonight. So
wow.
She actually leveled with you at 5-all, and now she's just gone ahead 6 with who recorded Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray Cyrus. There you go.
Wow. So I guess I'm tied now.
No, she's gone ahead.
Tied at 6.
It was
I got
5
6 too.
Did you? For which one?
I don't know. I was up to 6. Remember I got that one all by myself?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Which singer won a Grammy for his 1991 version of When a Man Loves a Woman?
I know that song.
The original of that was by Percy Sledge, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
On the Atlantic label. Useless information, but there you go. All right, was it A? Was it?
But you know a lot of it.
That's because I've been around a long time. I can go back that far.
Holy shit.
Oh, dear. God, it's scary how far I can go back. I was thinking, what was the thing? I'll put a picture up on Facebook, like, Throwback Thursday.
Right.
And somebody wrote on it, you've got some great retro pictures. And the picture was from 1972.
Yeah.
And it's me on a beach in North Wales, like,
I've seen some of the pictures you post, like, oh my God, he's still got all this stuff. It's amazing.
And I just put it up there. Like, I'll go through the photo albums and everything. And I'll just put it up there. But I thought that picture was almost 50 years ago. It's like 49 years ago.
Is that crazy?
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I know, eh?
It's like, and when you're filling out forms or something, and you get like a year of birth, or and it starts off at like 2000 whatever, and you have to scroll down.
Yeah.
To get to the year.
Yeah. Or even on your phone, you have to do this with your finger, and you're doing this for 5 minutes trying to get down to your birth year. It's like, what the hell?
That's when it hits you. That's when you go, oh my God. And actually, there was one time when we lived in Peterborough, I was at the local recreation centre, where there's a swimming pool, up on Lansdowne Road there, and I was signing up for what was I signing up for? I think I went for yoga. Because Liz said go and do yoga. This is going. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going back like 15, 16 years at least. So I thought, okay, I'll go and sign up for this. So I go up to the desk, the registration desk there, and they've got a big pool, and I thought, oh, the pool. Yeah, I never thought of that. I never clicked. There's a pool there, right? So I looked at the thing, there's a notice on the registration desk, and I said to the girl, and he said, whatever it was per, I don't know, it was a pass or it was a daily thing, or I can't remember what it was, but it said so much, for whatever. Seniors 55 and up, right, was whatever.
Yeah.
And I went, is that right? I said, like, 55, you already classed as a senior. Or was that a mistake? Should be 65. And she went, no, 55 is correct. I thought, holy crap, I'm a senior already.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like, holy crap. Yeah. Okay, back to the question.
All right.
Which singer won a Grammy for his 1991 version of When a Man Loves a Woman? A, Michael Bolton, B, Bryan Adams, or C, Richard Marx, or D, Kenny G?
A.
Well, Kenny G plays the clarinet, doesn't he?
Yeah, A.
So it can't be him.
No.
So you're going for A?
I am.
Michael Bolton?
Yeah.
Not Bryan Adams?
No.
Or Richard Marx?
No.
Stephanie Ann's gone for A. You're sticking with A?
Yep.
A is the correct answer. It was Michael Bolton. Saxophone. There. I should not have seen Kenny G live, actually. I don't have to admit to that. But yeah.
Holy shit. Now the texts are coming up properly.
Yeah.
So if Mr. Ringo is listening, send me a text on my phone because I'll see it at the top of my screen. When we wrap the show up, which should probably be very soon, are you going to roll the ending credits for us? Or are we just going to kind of
fade away?
I got rap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he is listening. All right, cool. So, buddy, that's kind of neat. Today we ranted and raved about all kinds of different things and about history and all that stuff, and then we wound up doing a whole half the show was trivia.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
Almost an hour more, maybe. I don't know. It's like
probably more.
We're very versatile here. We're very versatile.
Well, we kind of didn't have our pal with us today. He's kind of preoccupied with something else.
Yeah. And
so we took the show in a little bit of a different direction because the people that were with us tonight, and I must thank them, was Keisha, Cliff, Derek, and Stephanie Ann. They all love trivia, and we catered it to you guys.
That's right.
And Stephanie, you almost beat me. Almost.
Well, maybe
it'll be a rematch next week.
Maybe you should have a tiebreaker. I'll give you a question and Stephanie a question.
Okay, go for it. Let's make it quick and we'll do it.
You might both get it right though, but Okay.
I'm gonna get my courage juice in here.
Get the old dabs on going. That's too easy.
Yeah, Stephanie Ann, she said, "We are trivial."
I've always been questionably trivial. Okay, so we've got one of them.
Okay, what do we got, pal?
All right, potentially. Dippy. Okay, albums. Do you want this question or do you want that question?
I want this question.
This one?
No, this one.
This one?
No, that's this one. That's that one. I want this one.
The one I'm holding up in front of the camera.
That's that question. I want this question.
Oh, right. Who's being trivial now?
You held one up and said, do you want this question or do you want that question? I want this question.
All right.
That's that question.
Yes, that was this question. That was this question.
No, the other one was this question. That's that one. There you go. That's this one.
So that's going to be your question.
It is.
I'm going to put it to one side.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to ask the other question to Stephanie so she can come up with the answer. And then
Stephanie.
See if Stephanie gets it right.
You could do this, girl. Come on.
All right.
We got 2 minutes left. Hurry up.
2 minutes. Okay. Which singer released the album Erotica and A Ray of Light in the 90s? Was it Jennifer Lopez? This is Stephanie's question. Was it B, Britney Spears, C, Kylie Minogue, or D, Madonna? So that's Stephanie's question. All right. Get your thinking cap on, Steph.
Come on, Stephanie. You can do this.
Was it A, Jennifer Lopez, B, Britney Spears, C, Kylie Minogue, or D, Madonna? So that's Stephanie's question. Heiko, your question, which was this question.
This question.
Not that question. This question.
No, this one.
All right. Which singer released the multi-platinum 1995 album Jagged Little Pill? Was it A, Alanis Morissette, B, Sheryl Crow, C, Natalie Imbruglia?
No, it's A.
All right. Stephanie says Madonna released Erotica and Ray of Light.
Good for you.
So Stephanie,
I actually knew that one.
Did you know that one? And you got this one right too. It was Alanis Morissette that released Jagged.
Yes.
That's a bit easy.
So you know what? We're still tied.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having a challenge.
Yep.
And it's been a fun show. Let's do it again sometime.
Absolutely.
Look, see, she even knew that answer. She's just rocking it tonight.
Okay.
Thanks,
Oh,
Stephanie.
hang on. This is my quiz. Right.
Hurry up. We got like 5 seconds.
So Stephanie Ann used an initiative, right? And you were both on 7 points. She came up with your answer. I'm going to give her half a point. So George, Stephanie,
you suck.
Stephanie wins 7.5 to Heiko 7.
Oh, George, you suck.
I know.
But that's what makes the show great.
But Ringo's mother thinks I should be on every week, so there you go. That's why I'm here.
Well, okay, so we're going to have you on every week from now on.
All right.
Well, thanks all our guests and friends that were in tonight. Thank you, George, for all the awesome trivia, and thanks, Ringo, for being in the background. I knew you were there the whole time. So everybody, please tune in again next Monday night at 9:30 to get dirty, and listen to the Heikadelic Show.
Stay tuned.
Rock.
Stay tuned.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so it's time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.